Today, we're going deep into the remote fields of Colombia to trace the raw, hidden journey of cocaine production. But we're not talking about flashy cartels or kingpins. No, we're talking about the very first dangerous steps that turn a simple leaf into a block of coca paste. And it's a process driven by something much more raw: desperation and a shopping list of chemicals that will honestly shock you. And this really sets the stage. A quote from Pablo, a farmer at the very heart of this story. "I might go to prison for doing this, but I have no choice." Right there, that single sentence. It just captures the sheer desperation and the high stakes of an industry that, at its very beginning, isn't about greed, but about the stark need to survive. So, let's start with the big question: why? What pushes someone to take a risk this huge? In this first part, we're going to dig into the tough reality for farmers like Pablo, where, growing coca isn't just a choice, it's pretty much the only one on the table. I want you to just imagine for a second. You're living somewhere where food is crazy expensive, and regular jobs, they just don't exist. For the folks in these villages, that flashy narco lifestyle from the movies, that's like a different planet. Nope, this is all about just putting food on the table. So get this, a picker in the coca fields, someone like 16-year-old Jose, can make about €8 a day. Now, that might not sound like a lot to us, but it's actually the national minimum wage. And in a region like this, that's considered good money. It just goes to show you how few other options there really are. And that right there, that's the key. You hear it straight from the farmers themselves. This isn't about getting rich, it's about surviving. Those little coca shrubs are a lifeline, a way to make ends meet in a place where the economy has basically forgotten them. And when Pablo lays it out, the options are, well, they're incredibly stark. You steal, you get killed. You look for work, there isn't any. So what's left? Farming coca. It's not really a choice, is it? It's just the only path they see to survive. Okay, so harvesting the leaves is one thing, but the journey doesn't stop there, not even close. To make any real money, the farmer has to become a chemist, and that's when the whole operation shifts from the open fields to a hidden and, frankly, a much, much more dangerous place. So that full sack of raw coca leaves, it's worth €8.50. I mean, it's something, sure, but it's hardly enough to justify the massive risk. To really unlock the value, that leaf has to be completely transformed. And this is the real turning point in the whole story. Pablo can't just be a farmer. He has to process the leaves himself. This is where he takes a huge leap into a much darker, riskier world, mixing what he knows about farming with some really crude, really dangerous chemistry. So, what's on the shopping list for this transformation? I want you to forget everything you've seen about fancy labs. This is something else. We're talking petrol, cement, drain cleaner, yeah, caustic soda, and even toilet cleaner for the sulfuric acid. These aren't pharmaceutical-grade chemicals. They're toxic, industrial things you'd grab at a hardware store. And the lab where all this happens? Again, forget the high-tech setups from TV shows. The reality is, it's a dirt floor, hidden away at the bottom of a ravine to keep it secret. This incredibly primitive spot is where one of the world's most valuable drugs actually begins its life. All right, so now we get into the nitty-gritty, this dangerous cocktail. How in the world do these harsh chemicals turn a simple leaf into cocaine paste? Well, the recipe itself is a volatile, dangerous process that puts the person doing it in direct physical harm. Okay, so here's how it starts. First, they crush the coca leaves. Then, and this is where it gets wild, they mix the crushed leaves with cement powder and water. They dump that whole slurry into a barrel and then add petrol and a pinch of caustic soda, which, is basically industrial strength drain cleaner. And Pablo is under no illusions about how dangerous this is. He says it himself. It can burn through your skin. It's very dangerous. I mean, he's handling this stuff, caustic soda, that can give you horrific chemical burns with barely any protective gear. It's not just illegal, it's incredibly hazardous to his own health. Okay, so after that mixture marinates for a couple of hours, they filter out the toxic liquid. And then they add another lovely household chemical, sulfuric acid, the main ingredient in toilet cleaner. That's what helps pull out the active alkaloids from the coca. Finally, a little potassium salt is added, and that causes the base to start to solidify and appear in the liquid. And for the grand finale, the liquid is just cooked over an open fire. The heat makes the water evaporate, and what's left behind is this solid block of what they call coca paste. The transformation from a green leaf to a potent drug is officially complete. And all of this, it brings us right back to that fundamental question. Why? Why go through all this danger handling these toxic chemicals? The answer, as it so often is in the money. It's in the incredible economic alchemy that happens down in that ravine.
Just look at these numbers. It's staggering. That sack of leaves worth 8.5 euros, it becomes a product worth around 170 euros. That is a 20-fold increase in value, a 20x return. That is the alchemy right there. That's what makes all that risk seem worth it.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. In just a few hours, using everyday corrosive chemicals in a secret ravine, a farmer can multiply his income by 20. That is the powerful, powerful economic engine that's driving this whole thing at the ground level.
But let's talk about that final product for a second. The farmer calls it pure, right? But what's really inside it? Well, you guessed it. Traces of that entire chemical cocktail we just walked through. Petrol, cement, caustic soda, sulfuric acid. These toxins don't magically vanish. They get baked right into the final paste.
And this is maybe the most chilling part of the whole thing. A final thought from Pablo. He genuinely sees it as pure cocaine, the real thing. But then he adds, the consumer doesn't need to know that. It just shows you this massive disconnect between the raw, toxic reality of how it's made and the person using it thousands of miles away who has no idea. So when you hear that word pure in this context, it's worth remembering this whole journey. A journey that kicks off with a farmer's desperate choice and winds its way through this toxic soup of cements, petrol, and drain cleaner. The label might say pure, but the hidden ingredients? Well, they aren't just chemicals. They're a story of survival, of immense risk, and of a very dangerous kind of alchemy hidden deep in the Colombian mountains.